how to get noticed, how to get the attention of journalists, influencers, and even your customer. This is what we're talking about in this episode. Bonjour, hello everyone. I'm Nata, host of the Nata PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service, or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At Nata PR, we deal with real clients every day, and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to episode 166, yes, of the Nata PR School podcast. Public relations getting noticed. How do we do that? So we are expert in this field, how to get noticed, how to attract the attention of journalists and influencers. So welcome, my PR friends. First of all, I hope you're having a great week. And so when I talk to students from the Nata PR School or even some entrepreneur, one of the topics we often talk about is how can we make people open our emails and read our information and generate interest, make them click on the links and subscribe or register or buy our product and services, of course. So how to capture the attention of the media and influencers through public relations is something we know how to do. But also how to get the attention of consumer is very similar. So this is what I wanted to talk about, how you have like parallels between those two way of approaching and how to get their attention. It's kind of similar, and you'll see why. So although this is our profession, public relations, of course, this step, the number one step in the Nata PR model, which is why would they talk about you? That's the question. Why would they talk about your product or your service? They are, of course, influencers and journalists. So that's the first question of the Nata PR model that counts 6 steps. So this is step number 1. So if you don't have it, you can just go below this episode, and I think it's the first link, so the free Nata PR model. Just click on the link and I'm giving it to you. So this is step number 1 I'm talking about in this episode. And so many brands and some of our clients often ask us this question. So how can we get their attention? How do we get noticed? So I decided to explore, this parallel between how to capture the attention of a journalist, influencer, and a consumer, a potential client. So one of our clients actually this is his first time in the Nata PR School, and he's just creating his first press release, and he was sending me his sales email. And although this is not what we're working at the Nata PR School, it's so similar. So if you register in our program, you'll see that very quickly I teach you how to do an email approach, like an email pitch to media and influencers. And you can use it to contact clients, of course. It's a little different, but very similar in many ways. And so, you can also use this famous question, why would they be interested by your product, right? This will help you create your first email. And I often say why it's so similar, why PR and selling is similar. Yes, this is what I say to my staff. What we do is, in a way, soft selling. It's kind of a form of gentle sales because we're not committed to a number of sales. We're not selling something money-wise in the sense that we're not asking people to buy with their credit card what we're proposing. No, but our profession, our public relation expertise involves suggesting our clients' products and services to journalists and influencers. So we sell, really, it's like selling them the idea that their readers or fans will be interested in our clients' product or services, you see? So when you are in a selling mood, it makes even our life, our PR life much easier. So you and I, we must generate the desire to talk about something or to open your email. We have to pique the curiosity, make them, there's an emotion. You have to create an emotion or a desire, right? So the same goes when you approach potential clients who don't know you. You have to do two things. The first thing is identify what are their issues, what's their problems, irritations, what bugs them. This is what you need to find. Because if you try to sell them something too quickly, it's not going to work. You have to find the solution and then offer them your solution and make it desirable. I'll give you an example. And then it's a bit later on. So two things you need to do when you're selling: find what irritates them and propose your solution. It's kind of the same thing with journalists and influencers. You have to identify what their readers or their fans are looking for, and offer them these ideas. See? So very similar. So when you answer the first step of our model, why would they talk about you? The answer could really resemble the headline of a newspaper article. So for example, it's the more simple it is, the better it is. So listen to this. So this is my title. This could be your object of your email. So company X launches a new product Y. Company Alpha is launching a new vitamin C serum. Seems very simplistic. Well, this is super efficient because many beauty magazines, that's their role, to talk about what's new out there, because that's sometimes what they do. And even your trade publications in your industry, that's what they're there for, to talk about what's new. Or you could have something like Company X is using artificial intelligence into the development of its formulas. So this means you've done research prior to sending your email. So you found these journalists or influencers that are interested by AI. They're talking about artificial intelligence in many of their past publications. So good chances are they might be interested by what you're proposing. So they will open your email. So the latest developments and current trends will, of course, interest journalists and influencers, because AI is a big trend, as you probably know. Everybody's talking about it, right? So your potential clients or customers, on the other end, they are looking for solution, right? Let's say they have a lack of time. They want to have more time. So what's your solution for that? Or they want to lose weight, or they want to lose weight, but maybe what they want is stop overeating. See? Their competitors are making a lot of noise. They're getting featured and they are not. So they want to know how to do that. So the shorter and more aligned with what they're seeking your answers to these questions are, the more positive results you will achieve. But it takes time. It took me time to really get to the point where I was telling my students, you see your competitors featured all over the place and you want to know how to do it. Well, I'm going to teach it to you. So humans seek what? Solutions to their problems. Become the solution they are looking for. And shorter, simpler. I have this big conversations with so many of my students, and it's normal. At first, we want to offer so many things, and we have so much to offer. We don't want to miss anything. We are proposing, and people get lost, really. So you have to find what's the only one thing you can propose. And then when they come to you, you can propose them other things, but they have to come to you for one solution. So you need constantly to revisit these questions. Why would they talk about you? Because the answers will vary, really, depending on the time of the year. We're approaching Black Friday, so maybe your answer to these questions: how can I be useful for a client? Or why would a journalist talk about me during Black Friday? Maybe you have something very incredible to propose. Or it's Valentine's Day, and all of a sudden your product could be perfect for new lovers. So become the solution, you see. There are two ways, two things you're going to be looking for to increase your sales. So what are you going to do? You're going to need to increase what? Your visibility. Let's say you're what bugs you is this. You want to increase your visibility. You need to make yourself known because ultimately you want to increase your sales, but you know that you need to be more visible. You have to be more talked about in the press and on social media. And you know what? We have the solution to that. And yes, we have all these solutions at the Nata PR agency or the Nata PR school, depending on where where you are in your business development. So you see, these are my solutions. You see all your competitors featured all over the place. It seems they are talked about by all the influencers you know, and you're not. That's probably something that bugs you or not. But if it's bugging you, then I have a solution for you. See, use the same questions and see what your answers are. Sometimes you need to experiment also a few times to generate reactions and capture your audience interest. So get out there, try new emails, simplify, test it with some of your friends, people you know, or some people that don't know you well. It's always better. So voila. So hopefully this little PR break was useful for you and that you found maybe your solution to propose to journalists, influencers, and even your customers. So hopefully you'll be joining me next week. À la semaine prochaine. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the Nata PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.